What is going on, you guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we start the rebuild on the Jetta Wagon. So in a little bit I'm heading over to Martin's shop with the Jetta Wagon, tearing it down, rear main seal, timing, all that kind of fun stuff. But stopped by the junkyard this morning and got a few nice pieces for the wagon. So if you saw yesterday's video, I actually put the Jetta Wagon up on the lift for the first time, got into the car, took a full look around. Honestly, very happy with the condition of the car. A few things to address here and there, but not the end of the world. One of those things though, my subframe's kind of crusty on the edges and the bushings are blown out. I managed to find a just about brand new subframe up from Mark IV today. This thing is in amazing condition, and look at the bushings look to be brand new. Mine are all like brown and cracked. These things look brand new, so huge upgrade for the wagon. I'm gonna go through and paint everything just to clean up even more, but new bushings, fresh subframe, good to go. Also, if you saw, the rear driver's side spring has like this weird like half spring underneath it. I think it's for support. The car still rides fine, but I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive it'll fail inspection. So pulled another wagon in, grabbed a stock rear spring, we'll swap that in, and it's good to go. I'm trying my best to have this car pass inspection first try, go through once and be done. So hopefully we can make that happen. Look at that. Nothing better than putting the wagon to use immediately. So the plan now, head back home, we'll load up all the parts we need for this car, grab some food, and then off to Martin's shop. Oh, we gotta do our usual little tunnel pass here. This thing sounds so good. Okay, so it's really cold today. I'm not a fan, but I love the sound of this car. The stock sound of this car, I don't know, I just like that sound. That note right there is so good. Yo, the wagon is absolutely packed full and I love it. This is why I love having a wagon. Just all the space to put literally everything. Look at this thing. Bro, she's packed full. We got all of the parts up there, subframe, control arms, sway bar, clutch kit, timing. I'm pretty sure they'll see this now. I think he said bring my engine stand, not my engine hoist. The plan is to actually pull the entire engine out of the car, just look over everything, clean it up. If there's more parts we need ordered, we'll order those things. I'm pretty sure he said engine stand, not hoist. So I'm gonna pull that back out and toss the engine stand in. But yeah, we got everything. Gloves, new spring for the back. I got paint if I need to clean anything up, brake cleaner, power steering fluid, brake fluid, coolant. I mean, I got like everything. Having a wagon, it's fantastic. All right, so now we have ourselves an engine stand versus an engine hoist. So now we have everything and we're ready to go. Okay, I almost forgot one of the most important pieces in this process, which is this turret here to lock the cams in place while I do the timing. So definitely want to have that. Doing our first trip on the Autobahn with the wagon. Car feels, again, so smooth, no shakes. We're doing about 80 miles an hour, just cruising right along. Not a sound, not a rattle. Loving this thing. Yo, look how sick this back road I'm on is. This is why I'm so excited to like road trip the wagon, because in the Bora it was fun to have space and get all the parts I wanted, but then I find back roads like this and I couldn't really like rip them. But now we have space for parts and we got, you know, VR6 sounds for days when I find these nice back roads. This is the life. VR6 wagon. Look at this road. Oh, it's so good. I don't want to go too hard, but like, man, this is a nice road. Everything is sliding in the back. Sorry, parts. I had to do it though. What a beautiful road. I'm not gonna go super hard here, and I don't really have my GoPro hat. You're kind of just in my jacket, but we'll do a little driving. Let's see, we got a little bit more to go on here. Also can't turn too sharp because everything's gonna fly around in the back, but look at this road though. Maybe you can't see, sorry. You can just listen. This is an incredible road. awesome road. Ten out of 10. This car is everything I hoped it would be, and then more. It's so much fun to drive. I absolutely love it. Even with having to go through and do like the clutch and the timing and stuff, that just lets me know I know exactly what's done in the car and we're good for another 100,000 miles or so, which I prefer that. But yeah, like this is awesome. I love this thing. It's cool what town we're in. So we are 2 minutes away, just about there. Just like that, boys, we've made it to Martin's shop. Hello, good sir.
Hello.
We've made it. This is an awesome spot. I like this.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's illuminated.
It lights up too?
Yeah.
You're lying. Show me, show me. That's kind of cool. Okay, that's awesome. That's so cool. That's awesome. Look at that. We've got heated washer nozzles on this thing. Kind of fancy. If you're wondering, we are 100% certified. This is all by the book. Would you say so, Martin?
What?
This is the correct way for this? This is all, you know,
Of course.
OSHA certified?
I think we're doing it everywhere though.
So what he's doing, he's putting the strap up there because we're going to use this one here.
Perfect working skills.
Right? So instead of using a hoist, because there's not enough room to back a hoist up, we're going to use this to lift the engine straight up out of the car and then put it on the stand later on. But that's why the hood is off the car now, and Martin is now way up there.
I need to go downstairs.
You want to go down? Okay, we'll go down.
So,
Ready?
don't wonder, the lift moves first up.
Yeah, up first. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Down you go. 100% certified. The normal way to do this. All the way down?
All the way down.
Okay. Say less. All right, so our pulley system is all prepped, ready to go. Now we're gonna go through, front end off the car, the normal engine out kind of stuff. Batteries out, disconnect all the wiring, air box, anything that's connecting the engine to the body of the car must come off. And then front end to disconnect, we're gonna take the compressor off of the engine, leave it in there. Also the power steering for the draining of that stuff. Coolant get drained, which have more coolant, so that's not a big deal. So, all right, let's pull everything apart. The reason why yesterday I wanted to go through and clean all of this, if you look now, there's no more oil residue anywhere on the front side. It's all over here, meaning it's definitely the rear main seal is leaking, which we have a new one to put in. But that's good that it's just clean from this one area and all of this is still clean. So gasket should be fine. New rear main seal, which we're already doing, and that'll be good to go. So right now, coolant is draining out of here, which I've actually never used this valve before, but works pretty well. After that, we'll pop the whole line off. This one's already off of the front rat support here. Got to pull the compressor off and the power steering and other things. And it'll take this entire front end off and then continue on. He's working on the ball joint on that side. We're going to drop this entire subframe out and put our whole new one in. New ball joint, new sway bar, all that kind of stuff. So all of this crustiness is just going completely away. when you have rusty bolts, this is what happens. This is what happens. So the ones on top of the ball joint, the 13 on the bottom, the top ones always just strip out and get stuck. So he's cutting one of those out, and then I snapped one of the power steering rack ones as well. But thankfully it's snapped up from the top, so nothing's holding it here. Where'd I put them? Toss them somewhere. This one. No, not that one. This one. Snap. And thankfully, I brought the box somewhere. This box, my complete subframe spare bolt kit. So it snapped today, or we cut today. I have a whole box of spares, which is why I always keep spares just in case. So after that's off, we're gonna pop the ball joint out of the knuckle, pop the tie rod also out of the knuckle, and then all these ones with the stuff are already loose. Drop that down, and then basically for now the bottom's pretty much done, and then go to the top and start getting, like, you know, this kind of stuff off and the rest of the fun stuff. I'm making progress. So I told you guys we got this knot off the tire end, no problem. And then this one, like they normally do, got stuck. We're gonna possibly cut this one off. Then I realized I've already disconnected the steering rack from the subframe. We don't need to take this off at all. We're dropping the subframe, which is just the control arm and this section through here, but the steering rack and the tie rods can stay. So we almost cut that for no reason. That was my bad. Sorry, Martin. No problem. So we'll just retighten this one, tighten that one, and then this is about ready to come down because this side's off, that side's off, and I would go through and just loosen the big bolts and drop her on down. Voila, subframe is out. This is a crusty unit. Crusty control arms, sway bars crusty, bushings are completely blown out on both sides. Instant fail inspection. Yeah, all types of crusty, and the bottom side too. All this through here, and then you guys saw this yesterday. All that. So look at that, it's like pitted and not good stuff. That way we have all fresh control arms, whole fresh subframe, fresh bushings, sway bars, all good to go. And thankfully this rear mount was already new, so one less thing to buy. Now Martin's going through doing the axles from the transmission, and then at that point I think we're pretty much done down here for the time being. All right, progress update. We are on the top side now. Exhaust is off out of the way, subframe's gone. We pulled the belt off just now. We're gonna go through and undo the power steering pump at the bottom, also the AC compressor pulls off. That way we don't have to drain them or like get rid of the refrigerant. I'm gonna do this side, pull the battery tray out, pull this out, start disconnecting the harness on this side, and then we have the shifter cables down there, and then this mount, that mount, and a few things back here. And then while Martin was under the car doing the exhaust stuff, I went through and got the subframe partially together. We have the control arms in, and I went through and I painted the bottom side, so that looks all nice and fresh and good to go. And then we'll toss in the new sway bar, the bushings, once that dries. So I'm in the process of pulling the airbox out, but it looks like there's a cone filter inside there. That's not your usual. Oh yeah, yeah, right there. They shoved a cone filter inside it. I'm gonna pull this off and see the entire thing, but that's sneaky. Are the cone filters not allowed in Germany, or is it like a maybe sometimes it's okay for tooth?
If you have a cone filter, it's only allowed not with a sporting muffler.
Because it changes the emission, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can only have a cone filter or a sport muffler.
And I also know you can't have cone filter plus intercooler because that also changes.
Yes.
But they were being sneaky. They tossed it inside the airbox. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm gonna pull this off and see the entire thing. But yeah, I was like, what is that? That's definitely not a normal drop-in filter, but we got a cone filter inside the airbox. Look at this.
Yeah.
I was like, that shouldn't be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
Cool.
Next update, intake manifold's off. Just put all the wiring for the engine is off and put to this side. We have one more plug, I think, from the bottom. I want to go up with the car now, undo the AC compressor and the power steering pump. But other than that, shifter cable's off, all the hoses, vacuum lines, everything's disconnected. We'll go down to the bottom side, one more plug, AC, power steering, and then hook it up, mount, and then drop it down. The car's gonna go up, the engine will go down. At first I thought this was going up, but engine will go down, car will go up, and then we're good to go. Just about there. It's actually gone pretty smooth, surprisingly enough. Not too bad. Not too bad. We actually did have one piece break, the way he's pulling off right now. The little piece coming out of there snapped, but it's okay. I have a spare whole 12 of VR6 at home, so I'll just steal the flange of that one and put for this one. Other than that, it's the only casualty so far, so we're doing pretty good. All right, so we're down to last 4 bolts for the engine mount, and then the AC bolt's too long to slide out past the frame rail. So once the engine goes down a little bit, we'll pull it off, secure the AC compressor, and that's everything, hopefully.
Here.
We'll see, this is a one and done kind of thing. Dead battery. Stand by. Stand by. This is why I brought all of them. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Compressor bolt is out. Okay, compressor is off. Oh, I see it, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, keep going down.
Okay.
Down, down, down. Up and down.
Okay. I think we got it. Alright? Is there something missing?
No.
This line?
Oh, it's not here. That'll come off. I can go up. Yeah, the compressor in the front. That's a good thing. Okay, it's okay.
I don't know what to do with the compressor.
Very nice.
Okay.
No more engine. Drive it for one day, pull the engine out.
Check. All
All right, easy enough. We've got ourselves a VR6 out of the car. Not bad. Really wasn't too bad, surprisingly enough. So now while it's low like this, we'll go ahead and pull the transmission off. Once that's off out of the way, we will raise it back up with this nice cable setup, put on the engine stand as power will stop for today. But it can work. Engine out of the car. Not too bad. It's not looking too dirty. A little bit of residue through here, but that's very common for the timing covers. A little bit on the back side. The block paint is kind of flaking. I'll go through probably and just repaint this whole section and just clean all this up. Overall, not looking too bad though. Not too bad. Cool, so yeah, transmission off. I'm curious to see what kind of clutch it has in there. Probably stock, but it feels really good. And then probably call it a night after that. All right, all of our transmission bolts are out, all labeled from whether going from the back to the front or the front to the back. Very, very easy, so you don't forget. And the last bolt came out and this thing like popped right off. Look at this, like split immediately. So it should pop off no problem.
Okay.
Look at that. That was one of the easiest transmissions. That thing just flew right off. Not bad. I'm looking over here. Not bad. Looks like a stock look. Yeah, you can see it in there. Felt good though. No issue with it. Not bad. A little bit dirty on the outside, but overall, like, pretty clean engine. Like I said, on the transmission, when I was cleaning off some of this grime, underneath, it's like super clean. So let's go through and clean all this shit. Should look pretty much brand new. There you are. All right, so transmission's off. Last step for today. Engine onto the stand, and then tomorrow will be disassembly of all this fun stuff, clutch off, and work on the timing. But not bad for day one.
Yeah, I think so.
She's engineless. I'll go through a little bit and do some cleaning here. Nothing crazy, but while it's out, I have access to like this section through here. We'll go through, give it a nice cleaning. We gotta do some thread cleaner back here. Since the Mark IV has the mounts on the side, where the Mark III, they would be back here being used. We gotta do some cleaning up. But we've got our fancy mount from Fabulous, the cool VR6 one. Pops right in the back. So as soon as we clean these threads, we're all set. All right, so day one complete. Engine's on a stand, transmission's off. Not bad. Like I said, we had to cut the exhaust clamp bolts off. These ones over here, which is very common. We cut those off, and then one bolt on the ball joint. But other than that, that was it. Kind of surprising. Like I said, the engine's a little bit like dirty on the outside, like this kind of stuff, but we got new pieces. AC compressor's new. Power steering line looks to be new. And it's a lightly dirty, but for the most part, it's looking pretty clean. Spark plugs don't look bad down there. Not too bad. Back of the block, the original paint's kind of flaking off, but I'll go through and I'll repaint that stuff. Not a big deal. We'll go through, clean everything, clean the trans. Not bad. So tomorrow we'll come back and tear into the engine itself. Hopefully get all this stuff off, get onto the timing, get the clutch off, and try and get as much stuff as possible tomorrow and have a fast turnaround time back in the car, and then enjoy this thing. Whew, not bad. Not bad. Drive for one day and then just yank everything out of it. So Mr. Martin's a genius. I thought this was the second spring like inside of this one, but actually this part down here was there. And then this is where it snapped from. So you can see this section was attached to this section, and then it broke and dropped down, which is why it's like inside itself. It should be like this, which is why I got this one. So new spring that'll go in tomorrow. That will be past inspection, because a broken spring will instant fail me. We don't want to do that. Yeah, that's wild. I thought it was a whole separate spring like inside of this one. I didn't know how I did it. And it just like snapped and dropped down. That makes a lot more sense. All right, my friends, long day, but we are finally home. Again, massive thank you to Martin for letting me use this shop, helping me out, got the engine pulled out, made huge progress today. Just overall super good day. Tomorrow we'll be back. Hopefully get the timing done, clutch on tomorrow, and almost probably have the engine back on the car possibly tomorrow. And I think by Friday, because we won't be there Thursday, by Friday, hopefully back in the car, driving it and done. Hopefully we don't run into issues or need any more parts, but we'll see. Aside from the car stuff though, many of you might have seen already, my wife was in the hospital today because she's a maniac. So, little backstory. If you haven't already read her story or seen it, a week ago I sent her skateboard over to Qatar because she wanted to use it to go to the skate park. I told her multiple times, go easy, just ride around, no need to be crazy, don't go breaking yourself. My wife is a person who just kind of full sends it all the time with no real regard to what's gonna happen. And now she has some broken legs. She said she wasn't doing anything crazy, and she had already gone down the same ramp before, but I know my wife and she kind of just like, here we go. And now she has a broken leg, supposed to have surgery tomorrow morning, and she might be back here by the end of this week. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited to have my wife back, but now she's broken, but I'll take care of her, not a big deal. She's super sad because she can't drive her car. She broke her right leg, and now and what's funny is, not funny, but she calls me, her phone's calling me, and I answer the phone, and it's her friend Devin, and I'm like, I instantly knew. I'm like, I said, what happened? Immediately, what happened? He's like, well, we're at the skate park. And I said, hold on, is this a joke? Or are you being for real? He said, no, I'm serious. We're at the hospital right now. I'm like, I gave her one thing. I said, don't get hurt. And she goes out and breaks her leg immediately. So apparently she actually has it on video because I got her a GoPro when I was actually in Qatar, so she could make some videos, and she was making videos at the skate park, and now she has it on video as well of her breaking her leg. So as soon as I get that, or she wants me to share it, or maybe she can make her own video on it, I will put that up somewhere, maybe on the Patreon. But yeah, my wife done snapped her leg, and she'll probably be back home, hopefully, I think this week they're saying. She has surgery in the morning, and she'll find out more after that. But if you follow her on Instagram, go send her some love, show her some support. She's definitely not hyped right now. I mean, she decided to come home, but no one wants to have a broken leg, so I don't know. I don't know, man. She's a maniac. All right, so update. Just spoke with the wife. She's currently in the ER still. She'll be there overnight, but at this point, she's chilling. She's got medication. She's doing pretty good right now. The orthopedic surgeon will be there in the morning to assess her leg. She's getting surgery regardless, but whether she gets surgery in Qatar or they send her back over here to Germany for surgery, they're going to decide tomorrow morning. So possibly if they decide to send her back to Germany, she'll be here this week, which I'm excited to see her, but then surgery and then just home resting, that kind of stuff. But I said earlier, I think she actually filmed the entire thing, which she did. I saw the video. It's not bad because the camera kind of pans up and you can actually see her leg like breaking. She actually broke her shin bone and then 2 places in her ankle. So she like full sent it and broke the leg, broke the ankle, just broke everything. But I have seen the video. It's not bad because you can actually see her leg, but I'm pretty sure like folded completely over. That kind of stuff doesn't like bother me at all. I've broken so many bones and seen it so many times, it just doesn't even affect me. But I know for her, she doesn't like that kind of stuff, so I feel bad for her. So again, if you could, head over to her Instagram, send her a DM, send some prayers her way. She definitely needs it right now because she's not a happy camper, but possibly seeing her back home by the end of this week, which I would love to have her back. So we'll see what happens with that. But just final update on the wife. Gonna end the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do not forget to be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.